sketch the graph of y equals x squared minus 5x plus 4, and show the coordinates where the graph crosses each axis and of any turning points. First thing to note is that the coefficient of x squared is positive, so when you draw it, it's going to look something like that. Beyond that, we need to do a bit more work. Where the graph crosses each axis, so first of all I'm going to find where it crosses the x-axis, and to do that I'm going to set y equal to 0. So if y is equal to 0, we've got 0 equals x squared minus 5x plus 4. So that's a standard quadratic to solve. So you've either got a formula or completing the square or factorising. And this one factorises quite nicely into x minus 4, x minus 1. And therefore, the solutions to that are when x is 1 and x is 4. So in terms of the graph, that tells me that when y is 0, x is 1, and when y is 0, x is also 4. So the coordinates of that will be 1, 0 and 4, 0. So that's where it crosses the x-axis. For the y-axis, we're just going to set x equal to 0. So we'll have y equals 0 squared minus 5 times 0 plus 4. So y equals 4. So when x is 0, y is 4. So that's there. So that must be 0, 4. And so that's all of the points done. Now we just need to find the turning points. We'll look at a couple of different ways of doing this. Firstly, the turning point, well, these 2 points here where it crosses the x-axis are going to be symmetrical around about that turning point. So a turning point has to be symmetrical. Well, those 2 points have to be symmetrical around the turning point, which is going to be halfway in between these two x values. So I can tell that that's going to occur when x equals 2.5, because it's halfway between 1 and 4. So if I wanted to find the coordinate, I need the y coordinate here. So what I could do is just put that straight back into there. So I'd have y equals 2.5 squared minus 5 times 2.5 plus 4, which would be 6.25 minus 12.5 plus 4, and when you tidy all that up you get minus 2.25. So that tells you that the coordinates of the turning point are going to be when x is 2.5. So x is 2.5 is just going to be along that line, and then y is minus 2.25 as a result. So that'll be down there, 2.5 minus 2.25. We'll just quickly look at another way of doing that as well. Actually, well, no, I'll just finish drawing the graph first. So complete the sketch. It's only a sketch, so I'm not going to worry too much about my drawing here. But that's the completed sketch. There is another way of doing that minimum point, that turning point there, and that's by completing the square. So if I were to complete the square on this here, I would have y equals x minus 2.5 all squared, and I'd have to take away the 6.25 before adding the 4 on. So I'd get y equals x minus 2.5 all squared minus 2.25, and you should be able to see how this matches to what we got here. So this will all have its minimum value when this bracket is worth nothing. In order to make that bracket worth nothing, that would have to occur when x is 2.5. And if x was 2.5, then obviously the bracket would be worth nothing. And as a result, y would equal minus 2.25. And that is what we've already got there.